Man,
we're
This one
starting.
only controls the audio out of your headphones, so it doesn't affect us.
Yeah, I know. The only reason I'm doing that is because I'm picking up a lot over here on my end.
Dude, you have no idea how official we look right now.
Well, this is
Once we all get headphones, it's gonna be a lot better.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be like new money.
no, this is serious stuff. And did you listen to that little clip that me and Dakota?
Yes, it was so crisp. It wasn't even funny.
No, you didn't. He didn't. We start talking crap about you.
I know. I
Okay,
heard it.
all right.
I heard it. I heard the whole thing.
So
I'm sitting in a deer stand listening to y'all talk shit the whole time.
So for people that don't know Hunter, I mean, I asked the guy to get on Google Drive and download.
Every time it's Google Drive.
Because-
you always rip on my Google Drive skills, all right?
Because you said, how do I upload pictures to Google Drive?
Yeah.
And so whenever it took us a while to get some equipment to sound professional and
It's the rebrand.
yeah.
If I wasn't born with a fishing pole and a hunting rifle in my hand, I was born with a pair of wire strippers in my hand. So
it's fact. And so whenever it comes to this technical stuff,
I am shit out of luck.
A little intimidated.
I have a rectal cranial inversion when it comes to technology. That is head up ass.
I've never heard that one. That's
like that.
I have
I'm
heard
gonna
that
run with
my
that.
whole life because anytime I do something pretty stupid, my dad's like, "Yep, my son's got a rectal cranial inversion." Yep, that's me, Dad, and you're proud of it.
What'd your dad think about you going to Jackson Hole for a couple of weeks?
Well,
Let's hear about that. How'd that trip go, dude?
Well, after the freeze and everything, kind of got me all riled up, and I was like, "Man, I got to get out of town." And I was supposed to go on a ski trip.
And you were supposed to go hunt with me.
Yeah, I know, but all that stuff gets canceled real quick when someone says, "Hey, why don't you follow me up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming?" Dude, and that is a journey, but it was well worth the credit card debt and the drive.
What's that drive from here?
20, I think it was 21 hours, but we stopped in Denver, slept, and then we drove the rest of the way. Well, we drove to the farm. My brother-in-law wanted to shoot a pig. He shot a pig. We loaded up the truck next morning, and we hauled up to Jackson Hole or Denver. Yeah. Slept there, and then we drove the rest of the way the next morning. But that drive was brutal because once you get up to the plains in Wyoming, the wind, was just hellacious. It was worse than the Panhandle.
Oh, it looked kind of somatic.
Yeah, no, I've got 4 videos of my phone because when the wind, they had signs up there saying wind gusts from 60 mile an hour plus. God. And I was like, holy moly, because right as soon as I looked and saw that I needed to stop to get fuel, the snow was literally blowing back into the roads. And
that's crazy.
Oh, dude, it was wild because the 2 cars that were in front of me, I stopped to get fuel, got back on the highway, and not even half a mile down the road from getting diesel, these 2 cars had rolled that were right in front of me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" One was an Xterra, and it rolled, and then there was one that was a Tahoe pulling like a 20-foot flatbed trailer.
Jeez,
it rolled, and and the cops just got there, it just happened, and then I drive another mile down the road, and there was 3 other wrecks, and 2 semis were turned over. I was like, "Good Lord!" I had to call my sister; she was an hour behind me. And I said, "Hey, you know that little box with 4 wheels that you drive? You need to slow that thing down."
Well, everybody I talked to on the phone that week, every time I was on the phone with them, they would be driving too or something. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, there's an 18-wheeler flipped over." Yeah. I'm like, "Well, there's an 18-wheeler flipped over every 10 miles." Because
was that in the snowstorm we had here?
Yeah.
So you were gone up in Wyoming?
Yeah. As soon as it
okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
Well, as soon as it started.
As soon as it started, the roads. Dude, my whole truck was a solid block of ice by the time I got to the Panhandle. Yeah. It was literally so bad that my truck's brand new, but the block of ice that was on my mirror was so heavy.
Brand new truck.
It rattled my window going down the freaking highway. I was like, I got to get a freaking hair dryer out or something to blow this thing off.
That thing. I was in Austin. I got stuck. It was supposed to be a 24-hour trip from Monday to Tuesday. I ended up standing there till Thursday night because I couldn't leave. They shut down 35. I didn't know where I was going. Power went out. So we all huddled around and watched TV on my MacBook for 8 hours that day.
God, that sounds horrible.
Then that died, and then we just went straight to hell.
What was so frustrating about that is it happened, I think, on the 1st of February, so it was right as duck season ended.
Oh yeah.
And so,
Yeah, and
like, because
it was doing perfect for duck season.
it would have been great.
It happens every year.
But it was like, because I was at the lease that weekend before, hunted last weekend, and then get back to Arlington, and we just get snowed in. I'm like, man, this would have been nice just to be at the deer lease.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about the recap on waterfowl season.
Hey, I did it.
Yeah,
Going out there, I got my
Dakota
duck stand,
first
baby.
year, right? Yeah.
First year.
And y'all
50?
shot all y'all's limits.
I limited
shot
Right.
50. You didn't shoot
50 in a day. I limited it out, baby.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
legally, that's not what I did by any means.
Dakota
Josh
himself.
stole my brand new shotgun, knocked the dust right
Yeah,
off of it.
yeah.
That's first go with my new Benelli too. Felt great.
It was a successful hunt. We went with Troy Stewart,
Yeah, shout out Troy.
TS
Appreciate it.
Outdoors.
Well,
Yeah, he put us on. Pretty good mixed bag.
I was like a little kid in a candy shop, man.
Oh yeah.
Then he let me hit his vape that I haven't hit vapes in half a year. Almost collapsed in the blind. Saw God for a second.
Yeah.
it's always nice when you meet him every once.
Did you get a couple duck hunts this year?
Yeah, well, I only got
I-
one. It was the last weekend of the season.
Yeah, I
but
shot your shotgun more
I
than you
know.
did.
I know, dude. It was ridiculous. But I shot a couple pintails last weekend of the season. And
Well, so now? I think they're cutting back the limit just to one, because it was two where you could shoot two.
oh, I just shot one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's new talk. I don't. We need to fact check this, but I think they might like be taking them where you can't even shoot them anymore
Oh, really?
on pintail.
Pintail are so cool.
Let me look that up.
That'd be interesting. I wish we had like a
Yeah,
a
my
fact
buddy
checker
shot
on site.
a freaking bruiser of a canvas back.
Really? Yeah.
Bruiser of a canvas back. That thing was badass. He's gonna get it mounted. It was a.
It's a big bird.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
it's always fun.
I mean, it was a big dude.
Yeah.
And sister got her first duck hunt in too. She
we go.
turns out she'll retrieve any dove you shoot, but if it's anything bigger than a dove, she's a little timid about it. First bird that hit the water, my buddy said just let her go. I said all right, and then she swam a circle around it, picked it up, realized it was huge, and she kind of got timid about it. Came back, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So whenever the bird started slowing down and two of my buddies got their limit, I threw a tennis ball in the water, and I was like, surely she'll bring this thing back. She brought it right back. So I guess a duck, I got to work with a decoy or something a lot bigger than a tennis ball. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's pretty timid about it.
Oh, it's two redheads, two canvas back, and then one pintail.
Okay.
You can shoot one pintail. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know I shot one pintail, but
What'd you do with
the
all
other
that
one
meat?
might have been my buddy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you put all that
Definitely.
meat, or did you leave it over at Winewood?
There, that's still in the freezer, along with that that hooded merganser that hen that I gave you, Hunter, to throw around with sister.
Yeah, because I was talking to you about that. I got to work with her on bigger shit because that dog.
Well, we can have a little Jack style night and just have a little set up the table back over in Winewood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have dinner together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, so
Oh, my Lord,
for the
dude.
people that have listened to a couple of the episodes and compared to this now, hopefully it sounds better. This is our first time using the new equipment.
We're
Just
no
rebrand.
longer
Just-
set up in poverty.
Just imagine one mic on a table and four dudes surrounding it. That's what it sounded like. It kind of sounds like a dirty title to a video, but
one mic,
one mic, four dudes.
but
One mic,
that
four
was the
dudes.
truth.
Yeah, that was the
We
truth.
speak nothing but the truth.
Dude, I mean, going off of that, this is a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
Next, I mean, we're gonna start doing videos soon.
Yep.
Get ready for YouTube.
But y'all,
Subscribe eventually,
hopefully,
God willing.
Yeah.
And then the rebrand's coming out. We're ditching the old logo. We're getting crazy.
Yeah,
Everything's changing.
we're playing around with some colors. We got Emily Hamilton, Hamilton Fishing. She's been hooking it up. We're working on a couple things with her.
I mean, the start of the year is looking great. We're getting business going, changing everything up. Hopefully, everyone just enjoys the sound of this from the shit bag it was before.
Yeah, and
Granted, a great podcast, great people we had on,
Yeah.
love them, but now it's just
yeah,
we need to bring them all back.
definitely.
Great year so far until y'all see the credit card bill.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah, I maxed that thing out this week in Jacksonville. I hope y'all don't mind.
Put it on the company card.
yeah.
Hunter's in crippling credit card debt now. He's been out.
No. We are.
we
We
are.
on our company card. All right.
So we will be around for another month.
Before we file for bankruptcy.
Hey, we just need to post a couple more videos of Sister
Yeah.
because Sister's video is now at 86,000 views.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah, and
So I should be getting at least another percentage.
No,
You know?
freaking this guy. This
Since
guy.
I provided the mascot that cost me $6,000.
Yeah, for the yeah. Let's talk about that. But, so
I don't think we broke that down.
on the topic of credit card debt and Sister.
Oh yeah.
So
She helped out a whole lot with the credit card. I
we
will say.
we haven't talked about the story of the rattlesnake bite with
Yeah.
Sister on the podcast.
Yeah, opening morning of deer season, rifle season, and I get done hunting. It's 10 o'clock, and I call my dad. He's working on a water tank, and head over there. Get there. I'm helping him pull the tires off this water tank. It's a mobile water tank, and I look over, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Sister right behind me, 10 foot away from me. And I'm sitting there on my knees helping my dad, and I hear her yelp and take off running out from underneath this tree. And look over there, rattlesnake ready to rock and roll. Couldn't find blood on her, nothing. Grabbed her mouth, and she just started draining blood all over my hand. And I was like, great. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. But I was like, hey, she got a rattlesnake vaccine. She's good to go. Ran to town, got her some Benadryl, loaded her up. And then my vet called me, scared the ever-loving shit out of me, and said, that vaccine is only good for a few hours. Just helps you get her to a vet. And she's 6 months old, I think.
And whenever they're pups like that, it's a little scarier.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
yeah. And I mean, I'm a fresh dog owner. I've had dogs my whole life, but my parents have taken care of them and all that stuff, so I didn't have to worry about nothing. But owning this dog and her being 6 months old kind of freaked me out that she got bit by a rattlesnake.
It's like your baby.
I mean, I mean, it's bound to happen. She's a bird dog, but I knew that was going to happen at some point. I just didn't expect it to happen. And it's 50 degrees outside. It's like last thing I expected.
Well, it was a January day.
Yeah.
Or
No, November.
it was November.
Yeah, November.
And we had some pretty cool weather, and then all of a sudden we got a 75-degree day. Because
yeah,
I was
just
at
like
the leaves.
Texas. Yeah.
And whenever that happens, the snakes will just come out.
yeah.
They'll catch some sun. They'll sun for a little bit.
Yeah, and that dude was sitting underneath the tree. He loaded her up. She took 3 vials of antivenom. We hauled ass to Amarillo, and yeah, cost me right around $6,000. So hey, if y'all got a bird dog or anything,
That's about the price of my
truth
facade
is,
right now.
yeah, dude. I'm telling you right now, I've heard so many people say, "Oh, she'd have been fine. She'd have been fine," and then some people are like, "Well, I don't know if she'd have been fine." So I mean, it's just a myth.
Well,
I guess.
I've heard.
Who knows?
I've
But-
heard. Well, I know of a guy that had just a ranch dog, and it's been bit like 5 or 6 times.
Oh yeah.
And he said the first time he kind of freaked out, kind of did the same thing, took him to the vet, got some anti-venom, and then every time after that, he was like, just shoved some Benadryl down their throat, and it sucks to like look at them swollen like that, but it goes down.
Yeah.
It does, but
Yeah, and I've heard people say, I mean, dogs are pretty well, I mean, almost immune to it already, but knowing it was my responsibility, I was like, you know what, I got to make sure she's gonna be all right. But when I walked into the vet, there was dogs in there, porcupine quills all over them, broken leg, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my Lord!" And then I walk in with a dog that's swelled up like a basketball on her head, and they say, "Yep, you get in the back." I was like, "Oh, so this is serious."
But sister, she's alive, and thanks for the the views on Instagram. If y'all haven't seen the video, go check that out.
Yeah, you better catch every
all,
freaking bird.
All you need to do is
year.
get on the reel page and scroll for the, the dog that looks like a balloon.
Face dog.
Yeah,
looks like one of those spy balloons out of China.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. What's up with that, dude? I hear stuff about that.
Man,
it's a psyop propaganda.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bullshit. We're not going in a direction I do not want to go.
Yeah, we're not.
We don't want to talk about
We're not
that.
getting political on this podcast. That's one thing we're steering away from.
Oh, it's political. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I see.
I didn't even think about that.
You just shoot them down.
I thought there was a balloon floating in there.
Another video we got rocking right now, 99.3 thousand. We're close to 100, fellas.
Oh, man.
Dude, we are getting there.
We're close to big time, and I wanted to bring this one up because there's some pretty funny comments.
Really?
I mean,
the one with old boy
Which
doing
one?
the duck.
Oh, we got a few of them. Well, it's an extremely informative video, and it's my buddy Sean Mullen. I mean, he is a cook when it comes to wild game, especially birds, and like he does a great job. But one of the things he comments on the right after we posted the video, he says, "Don't quote me, I'm no scientist," and then you get all these other people just coming back with false.
I saw that was loaded with false. I was on our Instagram page. I almost started commenting some shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's false. I was like, prove it. Don't say anything.
Well, and some people did, and like I learned some from it, but like basically Sean talks about whenever he's plucking a ringneck, he leaves the fat on, whenever he's plucking it, and he'll just go ahead and cook it with the fat on.
Yeah.
If it's got an orange fat,
orange belly.
if it's got an orange fat, he likes to brine it. But if it's got a white fat, he says it tastes just like a mallard. He talks about how it's something in the exoskeleton of the bugs that the birds eat. But then there's some people that talk.
They're talking about trout in the comments, I think.
Oh yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, they compare it to why some trout look a certain color, but I mean,
we're just having an all-out war in the comments for a little
G.
bit.
Hillman, he had something pretty cool to say. He said, "It's unfortunate that ringnecks get dumped in a diver category. While yes, they're divers, their diet is mostly made up of a vegetarian diet, and the rest is invertebrates. Their diet is the same as any puddle duck. The color of the fat has to do with the different grains and vegetation they are eating. They don't forage like a typical diver that feeds by sifting through the bottom of the pond or lake. A typical diver is feeding on mollusks and such. Mollusks?
Like a shell?
Yeah, and such. Ringnecks are one of the best table ducks by far because of their fat, regardless of their color. All the comments about ducks tasting like shit are 100% incompetent in the kitchen. Come down to Louisiana and get a culinary education."
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's he backed it up.
Yeah,
he backed it up with some facts.
Response.
I mean,
You listeners are blessed that I did not read that because about half of those words are not in my vocabulary. I probably couldn't pronounce those to save my life.
well, and then we got Sawyer 754. Stock trout are orange also due to the pellets they are fed. So yeah, so that kind of seemed like a little stab at us. But here's another good one. Orange is from eating rice and other grains. Actually, as far for the trout, it's the opposite. The orange salmon, like the color, is from the fish farm, which is rich in omega-3s. And I don't know how true all this stuff is, but it's really, I mean,
It's interesting.
yeah, you kind of
Take
get
it with a grain of
to
salt,
know.
but it's interesting.
But good information.
I'm excited to see the comments and some thoughts on how people cook turkey this year.
Yeah.
Spring turkey coming
Yeah,
up.
wonder how that's gonna go.
You got any turkey stories, Hunter? Well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is I don't. I've turkey hunted a dozen times, and I mean, I've passed 100 drakes because this goes back to me sometimes where it's like, oh, there could be a big tom.
Yeah.
There could be a big tom. Yeah. And I mean, I hear them, but I've never shot a turkey.
Yeah. I had an old football coach that actually was on our deer lease with us, and he at the time we were in Winters, Texas, and he always talked about how fun turkey hunting was and how he loved turkey hunting. And there was turkeys everywhere on this property. I mean, there was loads. They'd come in groups of 30, and they just clean up your corn within 20 seconds. So me and my dad hated turkeys at the time, and we sat there. And my dad was like, "Yeah, let's just get into some turkey hunting just for the hell of it, since this property had a bunch of turkeys." Yeah. And the first time I ever called in a turkey was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty cool experience. Sitting against a tree, calling a turkey, and that's pretty cool.
Tossing a mouthpiece, or you got a box call?
No, we just had a box call. That's it. I mean, it's easy. And so we didn't get a big tom or anything, but whenever we were leaving, it's actually kind of funny because when we were leaving, there was a big group of turkeys in this field. Yeah. And my dad just threw me the rifle and said, "Jump out." And I was like, "All right." Jumped out and I shot a turkey with 5 beards. I was like,
"Jeez,
yeah, I still got it." Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
It was pretty crazy. Out of a group of 30, I shot one with 5 beards. Couldn't believe it.
That's pretty, yeah.
I
Pretty
want that
lucky
to be
shot.
my next venture. I still haven't turkey hunted.
Yeah, that's on the list this year, Dakota.
And dude, I will tell you though, my buddy Jacob, he shoots turkeys every year.
Yeah.
No matter what, like he'll get a turkey, you know, and during season he'll get a turkey. Yeah. And every time he gets a turkey, we literally breast that thing out and cook it right there.
No, don't be banging. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
yeah, no, it keeps on picking it up.
My bad.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Did I say something illegal?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, what did I say? No,
Hunter talks with his hands.
Yeah, I talk with my hands. My bad. I might slap this microphone.
Hey, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
We're learning. But yeah, we breast him out as soon as he shoots one on the ground, fries it up. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, my buddy Colin Naylor, he cooks a hell of, these turkey bites, and he uses brown sugar. And I forget what he called. I think he calls them like turkey candy bites. And
you were telling me about that.
Oh, and they're so good. Mm-hmm. What?
I love some turkey.
I got a funny turkey hunt. Me and my buddy Ryan Henderson, you know Hog.
Mm-hmm.
We
Hog nut.
Yeah, I was guiding on a high fence place, and I took this guy, and he came from up north to shoot some pigs, and while he's hunting, there's these turkey that we'd hear strutting, and I tell my buddy Ryan to come up with me and help me with the guy I'm guiding, and I'm like, we need to go try to shoot these turkey. And I'm not a big turkey hunter, but I'm like, let's go buy some mouthpieces. Let's try to figure this out. Let's call in our first turkey. And leading up to that weekend, I got this mouthpiece that I'm practicing in the truck driving. And I'm starting to like, this is starting to sound pretty good, pretty good. And I'm like, man, but it just doesn't sound right. And so I finally look up a video, and the whole time I had it in backwards.
Oh, dude.
And I
knew it.
So I turned it around, and I'm like, now it sounds pretty good.
Dude, that
just like a turkey now.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought one of those mouthpieces from Cabela's when I was little after that turkey hunt, and those things tickle my mouth like no other.
Yeah.
I don't see how people do it. Like Michael Waddell, dude, he is unreal with a mouth call.
Yeah.
That's how he got started. That's how the Outdoor Channel picked him up and everything. Like Team Realtree. He's huge into turkey calling, and he is a bad dude.
It's an art. Like those the duck call competitions.
Yeah.
You ever seen those?
Oh yeah, dude, them are wild.
Yeah. Because that's another thing. I'm just not too great at a duck call. The ducks fly away.
Here, duck.
Yeah. Dude, my buddy Nate Bowers, that man can work a duck like no other. Yeah. I've never seen it. He guides up north in Kansas all the time. Yeah. Does every type of waterfowl or bird hunting you could think of, and he can work a duck in like no other.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch that happen too. Yeah. And they turn on a dime.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They hear the right noise, they're in.
Yeah, so we got turkey season coming up, and I like to call spring. I can't really call it fishing season because, you look at some of the guys that are catching 12, 13 pounders out at OHIV right now, it's technically always fishing season.
Yeah.
But whenever the fish start to move up that 60-degree temp and they start spawning it it gets pretty exciting to go to the lake versus trying to get the boat ready to go maybe catch one fish when you don't know what you're doing.
Dude, I'm
Whenever it's
excited to
cold.
get back out on the boat.
Oh yeah, yeah. See,
Our last journey wasn't the greatest.
because it was a cold day.
It was a cold bitch,
Which
and
is-
we were out there for what, 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah.
Where did y'all go?
We went to
Lake
Lake
Arlington.
A.
Wait, what?
Lake
Is that the one
Arlington?
when y'all went with Riker?
Riker, yeah.
It was cold. I couldn't remember.
It was
colder
pretty
than a
chilly.
witch's titty out there, man.
It was pretty chilly, but it's a bad excuse to say it's cold because the fish you can catch them. I mean, they get lethargic,
But
but
did y'all catch them?
no, we didn't
Not a
catch
single
them.
Not a
one.
single
We
person.
didn't catch
Me, I
fish,
was like,
dude.
I get it. You know, I'm that guy. But Josh didn't catch anything. I was like, all right.
But
it's
hey,
just a bad day.
I'll be completely honest, and a lot of people in Arlington,
Shit,
and
me and
DFW,
Kate outfished Josh all day long.
that we haven't fished against each other, boy.
Hey, yeah, we have. What about that? What about that Lake Arlington tournament? Me, you, Jason May, Jackson, and me and Cade.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
no.
All right.
I got some bad
just
mojo
sparked a
with Lake
nerve
Arlington.
with
Yeah, you
Josh.
did.
I
I'm
just
twitching
sparked
right
a
now,
nerve.
man.
He's like, grab my fishing pole, babe. We're
going right now. Go to the creek.
Get some more poison ivy. I'm good.
Is that where you got it?
Yeah, right over here. I was
Oh,
like,
down
it was,
here?
Yeah, so I'm living in a new apartment with my girlfriend.
You can't walk
And
the public
Grace-
trails naked, Josh.
Well, you know,
Yeah, how?
if I get downwind of poison ivy,
Oh, really?
us talking about it right now, I'll probably get it.
No
catch a little
It's
bit.
that bad.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
There was a point whenever it was back in the get done with school, go to the creek day.
Yeah.
I mean, I had poison ivy for 4 or 5 months straight because I just kept going.
Good
I
Lord.
would go get a steroid shot, clear up in 2 days, go fish again, get poison ivy, and they started telling me, they were like, you can't get any more steroid shots because you're going to turn into the Hulk.
I'm over here itching.
Honestly, I wouldn't be against it. It'd just be like,
talking
oh,
about
you keep shooting me up. Like, Josh, how do you gain 45 pounds of muscle in the last month and a half?
The allergy shots are worth it, boy.
Poison ivy.
That's
Poison ivy.
unfortunate, man. I've never got poison ivy in my life. I got that gene.
I think it's gingers.
Oh, I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm a ginger, but
Dude, you
say
got
you're a
me.
ginger.
Yeah, you got
I'm damn near. I mean, I'm close. I'm teen on the edge, but
reddishly
never got
orange.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I've been referred to as having cinnamon hair.
No, you're a
Then again,
ginger.
over this-
I'm pretty sure the first time I ever met you, Dakota, you literally were talking about how, oh yeah, man, you know, I drink water straight all day long, every day, but every once in a while, man, I treat myself with lime cuke. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That was in
Gatorade.
It's every day. It's not
Yeah.
even like every once in a while.
Well,
It's-
yeah, well, I do it for every podcast at this point. That's when I treat myself because you know we've been doing the stupid marathon training.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's when I was just drinking water. Let's make that clear. I'm no saint by any.
you can't tell me it's stupid with some of the weight you've lost. With
Oh no, not by any means.
yeah,
I feel great,
yeah.
but you know,
Awesome.
who in their right mind signs up to run 26 miles in a row?
Yeah. Well, you.
And me, apparently.
Some bad motherfucker with cinnamon hair. That's what I know.
But it's been fun, rewarding. Will I run afterwards? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
But
I'm telling you, this is training for our elk hunt. This is training
yeah.
for our caribou hunt, Alaska
prepare
trip.
for Alaska.
Whoa, elk hunt, caribou hunt. Where the hell was I in the group message?
You weren't on the podcast with Troy. Troy invited us, not you, dude. I'm sorry.
Troy, please, if you're listening, please.
Message it to Troy. Yeah. But back to fishing.
I'll drive. I damn near made it there last week.
I think Troy's about got his pilot's license now, doesn't he?
Who?
Troy?
Dude, he doesn't.
Wasn't he
no.
working on it?
I mean, he's working on it. I don't think he's got it. It
Oh.
takes a second.
Dude,
Oh, yeah, I know it
I'm gonna
takes a
get my
while.
helicopter license because I've been itching to shoot pigs and coyotes out of a helicopter.
So I'm not a fan of people saying they're gonna do stuff when they don't do it. So now you just gotta sign up.
Oh, dude, I will. I will sign up.
Ted Nugent used to
You know
come by
what? I
combine.
wonder how much it is for like helicopter classes or something.
I know getting in plane is like thousands. Get your license in that.
Yeah.
Take some time.
I'm getting my UAS or the unmanned aircraft system.
Like your drone
Drone,
certification.
yeah, sounds good,
Oh,
right?
for drone.
Commercial
In
drone
reality,
license.
The whole spy balloon thing has just been Josh trying to test out everything.
Yeah, figuring it out.
I'm sure you have to go to like actual school, which doesn't line up with my curriculum.
Are you
for
saying
helicopter license.
that you have to go to actual school to get to
Yeah.
fly a
That's
helicopter?
what it sounds like.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom call.
Well, like if it was just like if it was just like a few online trainings and then hands on a certain hour.
Dude, there would be 17-year-old slaps flying helicopters then.
Well, let me look it up. All right, Google's never wrong.
Google's
I rode
never
in one
wrong.
helicopter once. That was a pretty good time. It was quick.
Yeah.
Over in Samo.
Yeah, well, it's a
On those little
$20
tours.
helicopter
Well,
ride. They
yeah, it
bring
was
you up and
$20.
you go down.
Went on a
But it's pretty
date.
cool though, yeah.
Dude, it was a good time.
It's a nice date. Is that one of your like Tinder pickup lines?
What, I've been on a helicopter?
Or I'll take you on a
Oh, well, I'm
I'll
not
take
taking
you on
anyone
a
down to San Marcos now.
Dude,
well, it's,
you know what? Free weekend. We can go.
All
down.
right.
what do you got, Hunter?
Or Wednesday, Thursday.
Here's where it's funny about what you just said. Every 17-year-old, right?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
You have to be 17 at
You have to be at least 17 years old, right? Flight time including at least 20 hours of flight training from an authorized instructor and 10 hours of solo flight training.
That's not hard.
Sounds doable.
That's not terrible.
Sounds
That sounds- I
doable.
thought it'd
It
be
doesn't
worse
sound
than
like
that.
actual school to me.
You can knock that out.
Well,
A month? 2 months?
Yeah.
I got a stab. Ready? Hunter never went to college.
I never went to college. But I started making more money
Yeah.
than any of y'all.
That is true.
Right out of
respect
high
it.
school.
That is true. I
Oh,
respect
dude,
it.
I was broke as hell in school.
But now y'all probably make a little bit more money than I do. So,
Well, hope for a hailstorm.
yeah.
Very chucky.
Hope for a hailstorm.
Look at
Ain't
this
no
dude.
one buying houses nowadays.
Yeah. Well, Dakota sells houses.
Josh sells roofs
I sell roofs, and then
and prays for hail.
and Hunter does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, whatever pays the bills.
Yeah. But
Dude, I bet a helicopter. Have y'all been on a helicopter?
I've never been on a helicopter.
like
I want to
a
so
hog hunt?
bad.
yeah,
Ted Nugent used to do it all the time back in Combine.
You
where
know
I
what?
grew up.
Let's-
He just constant-
Ted Nugent.
We should do a helicopter hog hunt giveeway at one point. I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
we should work on
Tight.
that.
I
We're doing
work on
the.
that.
So my uncle runs Freedom Isn't Free veteran hunts,
Yeah.
and he would do 5 or 6 hunts a year, and he's got some contacts for helicopter hog hunts, but he's never done. Well, he's done one, but he's never done a veteran hunt on the helicopters. But it's really not that big of an expense. I mean, you're spending a lot on the ammo.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially when you get in an area where you're just blasting
Mow them all
pigs.
down.
But it's always been one of those things that just looks like a blast. There was a video with a guy with like an AK or something blasting some hogs, and I just
Love that.
well, yeah, it looks like a blast. But I've never been a huge fan of just like mowing down an animal like that.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
I mean,
never.
but it's a
Hog,
pig.
though.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
They
I
breed
mean,
like worse than rabbits and stuff. But didn't Ted Nugent like make it legal for Texas to helicopter hog hunt? I think
he
he
was
was
a
I think he
major
was
role
one.
in it.
Yeah.
Because, dude, he was down in Combine when I was in grade school almost every other weekend.
Yeah.
You just see his helicopter flying over. 'Cause,
That's
I mean,
so cool.
my town was 1,900 people when I grew up there.
Yeah.
He would just fly over, go to the fields, destroy hogs, come back. He would take people out every once in a while.
That is so cool. He bought my grandpa's house in Waco.
Really?
Yeah. I never got to meet him though. That'd have been cool.
Huh?
Yeah. I've always been a fan of it. All of his zebra stuff. I thought it
Yeah.
was the coolest thing. Like all of his arrows were zebra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thought he
my
was
arrows are.
cool.
They're all
Are
zebra.
they? Are they?
Yeah. Well, so I got a
it's like his trademark.
I got a Matthews that my uncle gave to me, and he won it in a raffle, and the raffle was a breast cancer awareness raffle,
Yeah.
and so the bow's pink.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's kind of the one downside about like the bow I
It's
have.
breast cancer, so
Dude,
it's
yeah,
worth
exactly.
It.
exactly. But it's a sweet bow. But every time I like break it out, like people's first thought is like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
But I'm like,
he
look,
said breast cancer.
yeah, look
just
at the
to give an
ribbon. Look at the
excuse.
ribbon. Yeah.
That was
yeah.
one hell of an excuse.
Hey. Hey, one thing we need to talk about that didn't get as much exposure as I think should have is my buddy Dawson Merrill. He is a hell of an artist. Hopefully doing a giveaway with one of these here pretty soon. And then he is selling these. So basically it's the ability to take a moment that you've had out fishing, hunting, and put it on your wall in a different way. A lot of times you don't get to mount an animal, gets a little expensive. Maybe the wife or girlfriend doesn't want another mount on the wall, and sometimes that I don't agree with that. But
ain't no shot Grace let me put up a mount.
yeah, I know, we're a little small apartment, but he does a great job at really kind of looking at a memory in a new way and giving it the attention it deserves in an artistic way as well. So take a look at that. That's on Instagram.
He's splendid.
Yeah, he's working on a smallmouth one for my buddy Jackson Hall right now. That looks sweet.
Hopefully, when I catch a little 15-pounder down in Lake Arlington, get him to do it for me.
You could probably go catch a 15-pounder at OH Ivy right now. I mean, those are just being produced left and right.
Wild. Is that lake just flooded now with people?
Well,
I bet it's rough.
I can't imagine.
my buddy Jack York, he's going to be coming on here, and that's one thing I want to talk to him about because he's a guide, hell of a fisherman. He fishes a lot of the circuits, and I'm curious to see what his thought is on how the lake's been affected since it's been publicized the way it has.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, it was a slept-on fishery, and then Josh Jones was the first guy that really probably put it on the map when he posted his video of a 60-pound bag, 5 fish, which is just I think it's
that's that video we
unheard
watched
of.
on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
time, yeah, dude, that was insane.
yeah.
That is wild.
Well, it's like Butch Brown 60-pound bag and California Huddleston Deluxe where you do it my way. It was like there was no other 60-pound bag of fish until Josh Jones. But it's crazy video. Like,
I mean,
you look at it.
Ivy's
But
crazy.
the thing is that's just where the whole flip of fishing has gone because of electronics like Panoptics, Live Scope, all that, and you really kind of have to have Live Scope. I'm not gonna say have to have, but it definitely helps out at that lake.
Helps a lot
To
more
find the
than it
beluga
hurts.
whales.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like how they're catching them and how deep they're catching them.
Yeah.
And that's another thing where people are getting these electronics, going out and catching these fish in 40 foot of water. But one thing that a lot of people are not making themselves knowledgeable about is like how to take care of a fish that you're pulling out of 40 foot water.
Oh, I know.
And that's the sad part about it because,
mount one real quick.
well, not necessarily that. Well, yeah, mount one real quick because they die.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you got to know how to fizz a fish, but that's a whole nother conversation. But, I mean, that lake is just insane.
Yeah, my buddy Hunter Crossan, he caught that 50-pound bag.
Yeah.
Like, just crazy stuff coming out of that lake.
Yeah, and it's not just the lake, it's the fishermen too, because, like, these
Right.
guys are sticks.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But-
you got to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get the know out there, you're catching them.
Right. That was the thing. My buddy Hunter Crossan, I remember him saying he caught that 50-pound bag, and as soon as word got out, that lake was loaded down with people.
Yeah.
And I mean, you didn't see people catching fish unless they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
You still gotta-
exactly.
You still got to know.
100%.
But I mean, like you said, Live Scope, that is helping a lot of people out. I have a feeling. I would assume.
Well, a lot of people talk about how,
Cheating
like,
it is.
well, yeah, but Live Scope can really dig you into a grave in a tournament if you don't know how to read those fish, because it's like you're sitting there looking at a pile of fish and you could fish them for 5 or 6 hours and never catch them, but you know they're there and you just don't want to leave because you know they're there. When in a tournament 10 years ago when you were fishing, if you kind of went over it with side image or whatever, saw some fish, cast it on them for a while, and like you knew they were there, but like didn't catch them, you'd probably leave because you just didn't. But whenever you're looking at it, that real time feedback, and you see those fish, it's hard to leave a spot like that. And next thing you know, the tournament's over and you didn't catch fish. But
yeah.
Have you always been a big giant Red Bull guy, Hunter?
Yeah, dude. If it's not in my veins at all times, or if it's not like permanently in my veins, I don't know how it's not.
I lived off of it in college for a little while.
I am a 1 to 3 Red Bull a day kind of guy,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
so bad.
You can get cardiac arrest.
Oh yeah, dude. And I had heart problems as a kid. So, like, I'm just asking for it at this point.
Well,
You remember, well, obviously, you remember Sabrina?
yeah.
Berto's girl.
Yeah.
She was like a rep or something for a little while in college. So she would give me 24 racks
Oh
of Red
gosh.
Bull.
Oh yeah.
And so under
Sounds
my
like a
bed, I
dream.
had 48 Red Bulls just at. I started drinking them like water because I was like, I need to
they-
get hydrated.
They seriously don't do a thing to me.
And it's just, oh my God. I had to get off them for a while. I was like, my heart doesn't feel the way it should, I don't think,
Yeah.
anymore. But that was during finals and I was staying up,
I got on the Celsius.
74 hours in a row.
Celsius real bad.
Yeah.
I'm in
They're
those
my Iron
now.
Man stuff.
Celsius are good.
Yeah,
Like
but
those
no,
White Monsters were my top go-to
Yeah.
for the longest time.
Dude, my thing is that I used to drink a Red Bull because I was like, yeah, I need to wake up and stuff. Now I drink a Red Bull just because that's the only drink I'll buy in a store.
yeah.
Like I don't buy Gatorade or sweet tea, nothing like that. I just
Lime
buy
Cuke?
a Red Bull. Yeah, a lime Cuke. I need to start getting on the lime Cuke, I guess.
Lime Cuke.
Yeah, but the caffeine, it absolutely does nothing to me.
Yeah.
I could drink 600 milligrams of caffeine, and I swear to you, I could go to sleep the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You
That's,
might have ADHD.
Yeah,
I
oh
have no
yeah.
idea what
I have been told I've had that or something worse.
so something's coming.
Yeah, they haven't discovered exactly what I have, but
Well, fellas,
What was your dad calling you? What was that earlier?
rectal cranial
Yeah,
version. Yeah, I do have that at all times.
I think this was a good test on the new equipment. Excited to get some other people on to talk about some of their stories, hunting, fishing wise. We got our buddy Jack York that we were just talking about, stick out at OHIV and everywhere else he fishes. He'll be coming on. A lot of good stuff. I know we've been off for a little bit in the past couple weeks, and that just comes down to the fact is we want to be able to represent some of these guests that come on in a more approachable way for people to listen to this and it sound good, because I know it was pretty up and down in the truck whenever we were listening listening to some of our other videos, but recast and reloaded show, man. We got some stuff coming, just don't know what it is yet.
We're getting after it. Just
Yeah.
stay tuned and subscribe.
Recap.
subscribe
I mean,
soon.
dude, we got the rebrand coming on. We got the audio going. We're getting YouTube up. I might make the account tonight. Just get it popping. And then, I mean, sky's the limit. That's the goal. Keep bringing on great guests. I mean, the ones we've had so far have been amazing. Can't ask for anyone better.
Turkey season coming up. Some fishing here pretty soon, and see what happens. Let's go eat.